Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we are starting with our third lesson in data science. So let's get started. Wait, no, fourth lesson, sorry. Uh, with our fourth lesson, let's get started. We were working on pandas. If you haven't seen the other few videos, please do check them out. So um, with that, let's get started. For this one, I said we would be doing this in a new place. Now, what I'm doing this is in Google Colab. We can change this to lesson for DS. Now, this is Google Colab. You can also do this in a other place called Jupyter. Also is kind of good, but I'm doing it here since I don't want to download a bunch of stuff and it's kind of boring. And Google Colab just comes with Google. So like in Google Drive and stuff. I just decided to use this. So let's go ahead and get started. So import pandas as PD, import our library, and we can create a new line here. We can actually work in the same one, doesn't need to make this separate actually. So down here we can add like data frame equals to, okay, how do I turn off the AI? Okay, bro. That's very annoying. That is extremely annoying actually. Damn it. I should really think what I'm clicking. But basically this is our data here. This is the file. Data frame pd.read underscore csv. And then we have over here, click your file, copy path, and then control V. Now the link I'm going to give you is going to be in the description, and you want to get this file. You're going to get a zip file, you want to extract it, and then you want to drag this file to your downloads so that you can open it from this by clicking this button right here. So this is basically like uploading files, and here from there you go to your files and you can find your downloaded zip file, extract it, drag your file down to the downloads portion, and then you close the old one, and then you can from the downloads import it into here, and you just copy path paste it into the CSV, or like the pandas here. Now let's go ahead and do some pandas on this. So we can do like okay, nice. How do I close this? Whatever. Data frame dot head to get the first five rows of here. So we got the period, birth or death, region, and count. So we have 2005 right here. Now, for example, if I wanted to say 10, we would get 10 rows here. 10 rows right here. We can also, instead of doing here, we can also do print and then create some space, and then data frame dot tail data frame. There you go. So actually, what I'm gonna do is remove this, remove this. I'm gonna. This is why I use different cells. So let's run this. Now for this next one, what you do is just you go down here, you press code, or you press shift and enter, and it'll run it, and you'll go down a line basically, like go here. Okay, seriously, but basically we just go data frame dot head here. If you do shift enter, it will run it, and then you go down. So you could go down here, data frame dot tail, and then shift enter to go down. I have absolutely no idea what this bottom portion is. What is this? Two columns? No. How do I make this area larger? What is this? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out for the next time. But basically, we have our last rows and our first few rows right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Nice stuff. So, yeah, let's get started. So, to do the things that we did last time, or like do that better, let's do that here. So, like data frame dot info gives us information about the data basically. So we get the columns, and here checks the data type and all that stuff, all that nice stuff. And no, close. Come on, seriously. Next we have data cleaning. Now data cleaning basically drops any null values. Now I did actually not have a CSV file with null values, but in the future I will have a file with null values in it where we can work on those. But for now we can go ahead and uh, go on to the next part of the data science. So let's get started. So the next part of data science would be the plotting part. I think I should, yeah, the plot. So plots basically. And for this, we're going to have to import a new library called import. Okay, wow, this is just matplotlib.plt as what plt or plot. What do you want? Did I write this wrong? I hate this AI, seriously. Import matplotlib.plt as I am I am extremely too tired for this. Please stop pyplot as plt. There you go. Just do that. Nice. So let's get started. So with this we get our matplotlib library, and with this I also need the numpy library. Now we did go over numpy before. It is a library which basically helps us work with things like arrays. We also get help with things like basically just numbers and stuff itself. But working with arrays basically. So let's go down here and let's go ahead and start. So after this, we can, let's say, plot some like training plots, basically, like just for fun. So X plot and Y plot, create those. Then create coordinates for where we want them. So np.array, basically using the array function here. And in this we're gonna have, let's say, like 5 6 3 and 3, and then np.array. And for the second plot we're going to put this at what, uh, 1 and 230. No, stop. Then we go ahead and we need to plot these. So go down here and say plt.plot, and then x plot comma y plot. Then you just do plt.show, which will is the matplotlib function. What do you mean unable to connect? Runtime. Hold on. I honestly think my internet just went out, but my recording is still here. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me reconnect this. Alright, we are back. So let me go ahead. Whoa there, stop. Reconnect. connecting. It should reconnect instantaneously. Okay, let's go ahead and plot now, please. Thank you very much. Wow, NP is not defined. I think what I didn't do was didn't run this. Yes, see, make sure that check marker is always there. Now we can rerun this, and our plot is here. So we have plotted a few points, and these points happen to be the so as you guys can see, this is the x array and this is the y point. So if I change this to like 6 here and 0 here instead, and for example if I wanted to make the line more like stable, we can do like 35 34 and 70 here. Create straight line. So 70 and then 34, which is way across over here. So I think what I should do is make these values a bit smaller. So 10 and 5, 3. I think that should be 3. Give us. Why is it going up there? Oh, starting for 10. Okay, so this is your x plot, and this is your y. No, y x is here and y is here. So then this is plotting for the y points, and this is plotting for the x points. So basically, if I want it to be at 5, we put 5, and then now it's gonna be at 5. Okay, so now that is at 5. Okay, so change the whole table. Oh, nice, cool. You learn new things every day. Uh, let's move on. Next up, we can plot points with like without the lines in them. And all we need to do is, instead of here, we just go here and and there we got it, 2 dots. That will give us 2 dots. Oh no, what? Take away the O from here. Go down. And yeah. And for the next, we're gonna go over multiple points. So for example, if you had something with multiple points, let's go down here. And multiple points, then you'd have to add different like new values here. So you could add like 1 7 and what 32 5. I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna work out, but yeah, um whatever, we can have like 1 3 6 and 9. It's like sending values. And for the other one, we can just have what's for 1 8 8 7. See how this turns out. Takes time. Oh, well, nice. We can also have the O instead of, if you don't want lines, you can the O still works. It will always work here. You just plot the different points over here, and without the O, it'll just draw a bunch of lines between the points. And next we can create markers. Now markers are basically there to show like indicate where the plots are. So for this, let's go ahead and copy this, paste this here, but this time we're gonna remove the y plot. So remove this from here too, and instead in here write marker equals to O, and then ms equals to 20. Show. Now, O marker basically gives us the O marker, and then the ms is basically the size. So if I do this to 10, it should become smaller, as you can see right here, and then you can edit it by as much as you want. Next, we also have dotted lines. So over here, if we go down here, instead of having this, we can go with just xplot, and we can go here and add line style equals to dotted. If I show this, we will get a dotted line on our graph. Now I'm showing you guys a bunch of different methods, or not methods, but basically bunch of different ways to make your graphs appeal more and how to like edit them. Now with this one, you also have a dashed one where you have a like basically a dashed line instead of a dotted line. And yeah, moving on, we can also change the colors of the plot. So instead of having like a normal line plot, we can have a color on it. And for example, if we want it to be green, just pop in G, and it shows. I think if I do blue, it should it should become blue. And R for red. Why was I putting something like C sign? It does work. Wow. So I think it takes like the hold on. Can I? P. Purple. Okay. So some colors you can just type in the first like letter. For others, you need to specify the color. Moving on. Next up, we have also have width of the line. Basically, another name for this would be line width. I think that's how to spell it. Equals to, and then you just add a value. So 20 would be so much. 12. Now our line should become thicker. As you can see right here, we have a thicker line. We can also make a slimmer line. I think line width 1 is the normal, a bit smaller than normal. But you can also make it extremely tiny by putting it to 0.3. A really thin line. Next we have a multiple lines. Now multiple lines, we need to go back up here and copy the first plot we made and come down here and paste it down here. Now for this, let's create or like let's add more let's add back some of these values to make it like a multiple uh, lines type of graph. So let me bring back that square bracket. So we have 5 3 5 3. I want to have 4 1 3 what 8. That's it. That's enough. And what we instead of doing like this, keeping them in the same plot, we separate them. So we take this, delete this, and once we do that, they should be. And then we do plt.plot, and in here we do yplot. Now this will plot two different lines in the same chart basically. So if you want to make two lines connected, or two of these plot points connected, you put them in the same plot. If you want more lines on your graph, you separate them and you make a new plot function which will plot more lines on your graph. Next up, we have titles for your plots. Basically, to do this, it's really simple. You just do plt.title. That is completely wrong spelling, but plt.title, and then, for example, if you want to do title, what? Banana industry, and then you want to add like here. If let's see, let's just plt this, show this. As you can see, we got a title. Also, if you want to name the X and Y axes, then you can exactly like our, wow, our incredible AI here, the year and production. That's actually very creative. I was actually not thinking of that. But as you guys can see, it shows us the year and production. I don't know what year is 0.5, 1, and 1.5, but whatever, you can now, or like you have now learned on how to name your labels, like the axes, different size. And yeah, that is not it actually. I think I can fit in one more thing. If I go down here and I go down here and I say plt.bar bar, that will. Oh, yeah, we need the height. Um, the height for this. What should I give the height? What? 1. How should I do that? Oh, all of them are 1. Yeah, so basically you can also put bar plots, but you need to add the values and then you also need to add the height of the bar. As you can see, I've actually set the bar to 1, so now all of these are set to 1. Actually, I'll do this to 100. Try me. Uh, okay, let's go ahead and cover this in the next lesson. So, um, yeah, mess around with these graphs and learn more. See you guys in lesson, what would it be now? 5. Wow, that's actually a lot of lessons. See you guys then.